it's Kat here. How are you all today? Welcome back to my channel. A big hello to my new subscribers. Thank you so much. And a big welcome to my existing subscribers. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. So today I decided that I'm going to do, I think it's week 3 of Roxy's weekly challenge. Now it's to cover or to make a journal cover out of packaging, and after my last video I really felt I just need to get myself organized with my ephemera. So I've got this packaging. I ordered some books from Booktopia, and I've always liked this and I've always kept it, and I thought, you know, I need to use this for something. So I thought this was an ideal project. So I'm going to make 2, but I just thought I would do one on camera. Now I have cut them down. They were a little bit kind of, you can see here, they were a little bit creased, the packaging. And by the time I cut it all down to what I thought would be usable, it ended up being like, I think, I'm not sure what size this is actually, but this is what I intend to cover it with. And I thought, well, I didn't plan it, it just worked out perfectly. So it's going to be a simple, quite simple, because I've done this many times before. So my thinking was I'm going to cover the outside with both of these, and then the inside I'm going to cover with, now I just pulled out some of my scraps and this fell out of my paper pad, so I thought, gosh, it's almost the right size. I promise I didn't plan this, guys. I promise this is just kind of how it worked out. So I guess it was meant to be. But then I thought, because it's probably going to be a pretty quick video, I might even end up decorating it once the challenge has finished. So I've got my glue, I've got my brush. Okay, so I'm gonna start my challenge, like my countdown. And what do we want? We want a custom. Oh, it's still there from before. Okay, that's cool. Okay, how do I start it? Now I forget how to start it. Oh, there we go. Start. Okay, so first thing I need to do is get some glue. So this would be great if you have not really made many journal covers before. So this would be a great way to start. You could also use cereal boxes. I think that was one of my first journals that I ever did, is I used a cereal box. So I'm just going to just get my glue. Now I'm just using PVA glue. Rachel uses it from Roxy's Creation, but I've had this in my stash for a while as well, because one of the other tutorials that I would like to finish, which I bought probably over a year ago, was one of Nick the Booksmith's, and she was saying that PVA glue was one of the best glues for these types of jobs. So I went out and bought a whole bunch of PVA glue. So that's how I've managed to have PVA glue. So I think what I might do is just open this up and lay this down. Now this is some straw paper. I treated myself and I purchased some of Rachel's straw paper because I've always loved it. Alright, so that's one side done, and now we'll do the other side. Okay, so today it's a public holiday, it's Australia Day. I've had the weekend and I did get my painted tag element video done. I'm working through getting some more listings up on my Etsy shop. I had a lot of things planned, but didn't get quite as much done as what I figured I would. But I'm hoping today I might even knock out a couple of videos. We'll see how we go. But yeah, it's public holiday, beautiful day here. I think it's like mid to high 20s, but as I've mentioned before, we've had some really hot weather, and unfortunately by Friday it's going to start warming up again, but that's summer, so not much we can really do about that. Just have to persevere with it. Luckily we've got air conditioning, so it's not too bad. Well, it can be, but sometimes it just doesn't even feel like the air conditioning's working. So I'm just a little bit concerned. Now here we go. So we're starting to get a few little air bubbles, but I'm going to just flatten those out. So that was my concern, was that I was going to get a little bit of rippling, but that does actually seem to be working. Just smoothing it down like this with the plastic card. So that's a good tip. So what my plan is, oops, I didn't quite come over to the edge there. All right, let's just pull this up quickly before it dries. Oh, I might have to re-glue that. Let's hope I don't tear it. It's starting to dry, but I think I'll be okay. Oh, that wasn't good. Too busy talking and not concentrating on what I'm doing. Okay, let's just pull that over. Just want to give myself a little bit of space so that I can I'm going to have to do a spine, because I think these are like A4 sheets of paper. So I've got some ideas on what I'll do with that. Now, okay, so I'm going to turn it over now, and didn't just leave myself a hell of a lot of room there, but that's okay. All right, let's get this. Actually, what I might do is do these corners first. Let's push them in. It's very, very thick, this cardboard, and it's very tough. So the only thing I'm worried about is that it's going to crinkle up a little bit, but I don't think that matters. I'm just going to pull this up here and I'll just run that glue across there. So yeah, if you're experienced, it's probably not going to be terribly exciting for you, but I will decorate it in the end, so that might be something worthwhile to stick around for, just to see that. Okay, so that's that done. Might just smooth. And please, guys, if you see any anything you think could be done better, let me know, because I'm always wanting to learn if there's a better way. Okay, I am really getting excited about actually making this into a ephemera folder. Now I'm just going to need to be careful that because it's a little bit wet there and I don't want to get my paper stuck. So my background paper is from my painted tag challenge, but I thought I might keep it on because I'm finding it handy to kind of like stamp things, and we'll see how it goes, but I might end up lifting it up, and it might even become something I can use down the track. Okay, so just get all those down nicely. Okay, so now we'll just do this side. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that up. I think I've mentioned in another video where I did covered something like this as well. I can't quite recall what I was covering, but it just makes me think of back when I used to cover my own books when I was at school many years ago. So I've just done this so many times. It's like riding a bicycle or riding a horse. You just don't forget, do you? It just all comes back. There's my card. There we go. Okay. Alright, so my ideas for the front were I was going to put a bit of a fabric spine just to close up that gap that we've got going there. Now, I suppose I should think about something for the inside as well. I didn't really bring anything, so I might have to use what I've got on hand. Nice piece of linen would have been nice, or a bit of calico or something, but the clock is ticking, so I don't have time to run and forage around because that's inside. Don't like to put my fabrics out here. So, okay, so that's that. We've got that done. So I think I might so my ideas were, now I've got this, which I really liked, or I don't know if this is going to be, no, it's not going to be long enough, is it? Hold on, I've got this other bit. Yeah, I think I like that. And I think if I just snip, yeah, I think I'll just snip. So let me grab my scissors. It's not straight, but it doesn't matter because I kind of like that. And I'll turn that around. Okay, so let's do it like that, and then I'll just cut this bit down here. So it always pays, doesn't it, to keep your scraps. You never know what their next project will turn into. Okay, so I'll snip away all these end little bits. I think this might be like, it's not the selvage, but it's not pulling, if you know what I mean. So it might be easier just for me to snip these. I think I've got plenty of time. So what do you guys got on your craft desk today? Or what future projects do you have in mind coming up? I've got quite a lot actually, and that's why I like doing this challenge, because it's getting me organized and it's getting me creating, which is good. I've got a lot of ephemera now, so, well, starting to build up ephemera, so that's good. That makes when I do my journals, I'm going to have plenty to work with to start filling them up, which is why I'm trying to, when I do these challenges, I'm trying to think if they're going to work for any future journals I've got coming up. Okay, so I'm going to get that down. I might continue, whoops, with the PVA glue. Okay. I love these bottles. They really make the gluing process so much easier. Okay. So it's curling up a little bit, but that doesn't bother me because I've got a really heavy set of books, and I can and they're in like a bit of a box, and it's very heavy. And even when I tea dye papers, I sit them under that, and it flattens them out really nicely, and then that way I don't even have to worry about ironing them or anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna, yep, that's somewhat in the middle there. Okay, so that's the front done. So now I've just got to do the inside. So as easy as that, guys. So I'll just get a pen and so of course if you were using a blank, like if you were starting from scratch, just pick out some scrapbooking paper and just measure it. Just do this, hold up one end and just say it's a little bit longer, then you just mark it and cut it. So I'm just going to trim these down. Now I'm just thinking about maybe I want that one. I want this one. I'm just thinking about whether I want the fabric, whether I want to put these down first and then put the fabric down, or whether I put the fabric down and then I'll put the cardstock. Okay, I just want to make sure that's straight. Well, that was a good use, wasn't it, of these papers? I seriously think these papers are left over from when I did my do-it-yourself craft drawer tutorial. Okay. Down like that. I'm still getting used to working in my new environment. So, I think I like that. Yeah, so I think I'll get those down there. And I'll put that one down there. Or have I got much of this left? No, I don't know if I've got enough of this left. I could do it in pieces, I guess, because but it's not wide enough, so no, I think we'll go with this one. I picked this piece up from my local quilting shop, actually, because they sell strips of this in the scrap bin, and I really liked it. You know what, I think what I might do is do it like that. So I think I will put this down first, because it's going to be sewed over, and you'll just see the slightest little bit of it. So I think that's what I'll do. Okay. Alright, so I'll get this down, but it will add just a little bit of extra reinforcement, and I do like the idea of that. So I'm going to be sewing through this, and I'm thinking I'm going to put 5 pieces down. So I don't think I'll do that on camera. I think what I'll do, because there are so many, and I'm a bit behind the times, actually. I think this was kind of done over a year ago, so I will just finish it all off camera, but then I will do a flip through and show you how it turns out. Okay, but it's going to be good to get myself organized. Okay, because then I can just kind of get stuck into it and start getting busy, start making some journals. Okay, so that's that. So I'm just gonna get this on. Now I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll finish my glue, because this bit will go on the fabric. So just that way I get that down as well. Whoops. Okay. Just smush that down, just so I don't get big globules. Okay, let's put that over there. Okay, so we'll get this down. So I've just discovered TikTok. That's how far behind the times I am, but I love it. I just think it's great, and you get some great inspiration on there as well. So that's part of the reason. Been a bit of a learning curve for me this weekend, discovering all the new social media and how it all works. But it's been fun. It's been an eye-opener. That's for sure. But it's nice to see other people creating and what they come up with. So, all right. So now we'll get this one down. Now I could probably do a pocket. I'll just check how much time I've got left. But of course, my pocket is just going to be like tracing paper. have to think where that pad is. I'm not even sure if I brought it in. Gosh, I'll have some probably somewhere, because I want to use nice thick tracing paper, so that it which is sort of like vellum. You know, some people use tracing paper in place of vellum, and so I was thinking I would use that as my pockets, just to stuff my ephemera in. Now, I'm going to stitch around that, so, well, I suppose I don't have to get it done in, like, I don't have to fill up 45 minutes. It's just what you can get done in 45 minutes. So if I've got time to spare, I've got time to spare. And I'll turn off the camera, and then I'll come back and I'll stitch, and I might even decorate at the end. Okay. I don't think it really matters which is the right way or the wrong way. It's a pretty damask pattern. I've just loaded up some, I've just listed some damask bags in my Etsy shop, actually, because I do love those and they're good to use as pockets. So check it out, guys, if you want. Check out my shop and see. But I am listing about another 10 or 9 or 10 items. All right, so that's that. Whoops, get that off. Okay, make sure this is all nice and smooth. I mean, it's for me, so, but yeah, it would be nice to have it nice and not buckled. Okay, so that's turned out really well. Really happy with that. Nice big thick. Alright, so I'm just going to trim these. It's very sturdy, so it's going to do the job, because I think it's going to be well used. Alright, just got to be careful I don't cut my paper. Okay, so that's that. And I love this ribbon. I had this in my shop, but it's all sold out. So obviously you all loved it. So this is a tiny little bit left, so at least I get to look at it. Okay, so that's that. Right, now I can't work out if this is just wet or if it's buckling. Okay, so I think, okay, my glue's still a little bit wet, so I can wriggle these around, but I don't think you're really going to notice when the book's finished whether or not they're lined up perfectly. Okay. Alright, so I know it doesn't look exciting at the moment, but that's my base. So I've got the fabric down to reinforce it, and I will sew through that, do a pamphlet stitch, and then that's my back. So pretty much done. So I'm just going to see if I can get some tracing paper, because I've still got 23 minutes left. Okay, so I actually do have a little bit of vellum. So what I'll do is I'll take a sheet out, and I'm thinking I'll just do a pocket. So yeah, I think if I just fold it in half, I might just get my ruler. Actually, I might use this side. Now I'm trying to work out whether I want to, yeah, I think I'll do that, definitely. Ow. just stabbed myself. Alright. I was thinking about whether I would use double-sided sticky tape, but I think what I'll do is I will run some glue carefully. Okay, so that's one. So when I stitch, I'll probably capture that actually. Well, that would be good. I mean, it sort of put some holes in it, but it might actually help keep that a bit more reinforced. Okay. So I'll do the same here. Alright guys, I think I'm pretty much done. So as I say, I will turn off the camera and yep, I'll turn off the camera now and I will come back, and what I'm going to do is just stitch. I'm not going to stitch there, and I'm not worried about this glue. Look, it'll probably cover dry, but it'll cover clear, like, sorry, dry clear, but I'm going to end up covering all this up anyway. I'm going to just do some collage work on it. So there we go. I did it in, well, I've got 19.5 seconds left. Okay, I will see you soon. Okay, so I'm back. Now, I actually ended up making a second one because I was waiting for the glue to dry and I didn't want to stitch my needle through wet glue. So while I was waiting for the glue to dry, I made myself a second one. Now, the only thing I'll say is that the PVA glue did slightly stain. So my ideas for that were I was going to, well, I'm going to rather run some, well, on this one here, I've always wanted to use this little bit of doily, so I just thought I'd cut a little circle out here, and then down here I will just cover that up with maybe two. On the back, I've got some crochet lace here, so I was thinking I might just run some crochet lace. This one here, it's just got this strip down here, but also because I didn't really think about it, I obviously got this nice and straight, but on the back here you can see a few little wrinkles. So what I was thinking is that I'll decorate it, and then I'm going to come across, I found this which I've always again been dying to use, so I was thinking I might just run that across there to just sort of cover up, because by the time I collage it and everything, I don't, you know, you won't really see it. So that's what my thoughts were there. So I've pulled a few things upside. Now on the back, I thought easy peasy, I'm just going to, this is Tracy Fox Compendium paper, I just thought I was just going to rip that down. So let me put that one aside and let's get started on this one. So this is my little tear ruler that I made after watching Mirage, is it? Medieval Mirage. So I thought that was a good idea. So I did that. I might rip this way so that I won't need to distress. Okay, so just rip that. Right, so if you rip from the back, then you don't get that white. So So let's see how we go here. Right, so I think what I'll do is I'll just slightly tear that one down. See, I'm not on the timer now, so I don't have to rush. Okay, that just gets rid of that white there. And then I'll just tear. Now, let me think. I tear there and I tear, yeah, I think if I just tear those white borders off, I think that's going to be about right. So I might put some music on, and you can watch me decorate. Okay guys, there we go. It didn't quite turn out how I envisaged it would, but I don't think I need to worry about putting any doilies on there. I mean, I just think it would be, if it was a journal cover I would, but because of what I'm using it for, I think I'll just leave it at that. So that's the back. Now I did catch that a little bit on the glue there, but that's okay. I'll just cover that up like that. So guys, there you go. That's my decorated ephemera folder. So I think I'll just go off camera and I'll just make sure I've glued all those bits down, but I'm really happy with that. And I even got a label on there that I can mark what's inside that this ephemera folder. So I will see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.